Hey, David Powers here with Ocean Breeze Exteriors, and we're right in the beginning of hurricane season. I won't tell you what year because I'm not sure when you're going to be watching this, but it happens every year. And all through the summer and into the fall, hurricane season happens, and we all have to put up with it. And so our company does hurricane panels. We do the lexan hurricane panels, the nice clear ones, that are really great because that way you can install them over your house and you can see what's blowing around outside. That way if your neighbor leaves their furniture out, you can watch it blow by. If a witch happens to blow by, just like the Wizard of Oz or something, you can see that too, and that's why we like these panels. I want to show you how to install them though. That's what this video is mainly for. And I've got, as my assistants, several of my children, just to show you how easy it is. So the first thing we're going to do, you should have a bag or a box of bolts in your garage. If we installed the panels, you definitely have a nice Tupperware container or something with all the bolts in it. So I'm going to separate these into the wing nuts and the bolts, and I'm going to have you hold the wing nuts. So you just hold on to these for me for a minute. Now this job goes much easier if you do have an assistant, and one of the things I always recommend, if it's the first time you've installed them, always give yourself at least a full day, just to get used to how it works. So basically all I'm going to do is take these bolts and just slide them in. And kind of space them out evenly. About 16 inches apart. So then what you do is you just take your panel. And each panel is pretty lightweight. Each one is exactly 16 inches. And so like I said, they're really lightweight. Once you stack them, they get a little heavy. So you'll want to figure out a system for carting them around the house. Maybe a two-wheel dolly, something like that. But they're pretty light. Here, you try this, buddy. Hand me those. See if you can lift that up. Tell me how heavy it is. All right, no problem, right?
It's like 1 pound for me.
Yeah, like 1 pound for you. My little weightlifter. Here you go, buddy. Hold these bolts for me. All right, so basically you take the first panel, slide it up into the top track. So just slide it up, and then you push it over the bolt on the bottom. Well, hey, little buddy. Are you going to help me? Alright, if you'll hand me a wing nut. Alright, so once you get it slipped over 3 of the bolts, you can actually go 2 if you don't want to do the middle one, but once you get it slipped over, you take the first one, put your wing nut on it. And just tighten it up, finger tight. You don't have to tighten them too much. Then I grab my next panel and just be sure not to bump a kid like I already did in the behind the scenes. And you slip it over the first section of the last panel. And once again, you slip it over the bolts. Now I'm going to take another wing nut and I'm going to tighten it over the one where the joint is. And what this is going to do is it's going to keep the 2 panels from slipping while I make sure I've got a good fit. Now, I'm only demonstrating with 2 panels. Normally I would have a half panel right here as well to cover the entire window. But I'm demonstrating with 2 panels. So, looks to me like it's a good fit. It comes to the edge. It's pretty tight. And so now all I'm going to do is take the rest of these wing nuts, tighten them up all the way. Let's do that, buddy. Here, I'll take these 2. You take that one and tighten it up on that bolt right there. Now, if you have a helper, one of the great things you can do is get the panels set up and then send your kids around the house with all the extra wing nuts, putting them on the other bolts. There's nothing dangerous about it. If you make it seem like fun and not work, that's exactly right, buddy. If you make it seem like fun and not work, they'll be more likely to help you, just like anything else around the house. And like I said, you do them finger tight, because there are some things out there you can buy to put into drills and other things that slip over the wing nuts to tighten them. Don't buy those. I've had so many customers just tear those wing nuts up because it tightens them too much. And so you don't even mess with that. It's just as easy to do them finger tight. Saves you a lot of trouble. And there we go. We have just installed the hurricane panel for 1 window. And if I hadn't been talking so much and the baby running around and things like that, it would have taken no more than 5 minutes. And so you can count on that for your house. 5 to 10 minutes for each window once you get the hang of it, and it's that simple. Now my house has about 20 windows, It actually has some second story windows, so I have to get an extension ladder to install those. But on my house, 20 windows, including a second floor, I can have all the panels installed with my wife and kids helping me in no more than an hour and a half, 2 hours at most. And so the day before a hurricane hits, we'll put them up. And, you know, if the hurricane misses us and we took all that time to put them up, well, that's just, you know, that's no worry because it wasn't much time at all. Just do it the evening before and it's not even that hot, right, guys?
Yep.
Yep. All right, so this is Dave, Abishai, Gideon. Benaiah is behind the camera, and Sherlock, the baby, is running around somewhere, probably getting into something he shouldn't be. And so that's how you install hurricane panels. This is Dave for Ocean Breeze Exteriors. Thanks.